To Beijing, where the missing passengers' families continue to deal with this emotional roller coaster. Each day, each hour, search information comes and goes without any confirmed clues on the whereabouts of their loved ones. Teressa Su is live for us in the Lido Hotel in Beijing. And Teressa, what's the reaction from families on this latest bit of news that's trickling in now?
Mike, definitely that the families here in Beijing are actually preparing for yet another intense day. I just saw some of them walking into this door. This is the grand ballroom at the Lido Hotel here in Beijing, and definitely this has been the center of hope for them, where they, expect new information each day. But for now, really, like the news coming out from Australia is just another piece of yet confusing information to them. As soon as they heard the news yesterday, they were glued to the TV sets for hours and hours, and we were told by security guards that even when they were asked to leave, to go back to their rooms to take a break, they refused to leave. And some of the family members told us that they really, really do not want to believe this, and this could not be the piece of information or the truth that they've been really waiting for. And they are upset, like Ryan said in KL there, is that they feel like they've been kept in the dark for a long time. And yet today, what's new coming out here in Beijing is that we understand, or we were told by the Malaysian Airlines spokesperson yesterday during the morning briefing, that a high-level delegation is in fact in Beijing, and that delegation is comprised of senior government officials, representatives from Malaysian Airlines, as well as the Air Force and Civil Aviation. They are expected to brief the family members. So absolutely, that is a sigh of relief, and the family members feel that after 2 weeks and repeated requests, they finally, their request is being met, and they get to talk to the Malaysian government directly. So certainly that they are going to have high expectations, and that the delegation will really directly have to answer to their questions. Mike?
Teressa, this undoubtedly is excruciating for them. What's next for these families?
Well, most of the family members, we understand, that are insisting on staying in Beijing as long as and until they get to the truth. As we know, at least 400 members are still here, and their plan so far is, again, continue to come to this room, go through these doors day after day until they get the concrete answer that they want. Of course, they've been pinning the hopes of a possible hijack. They very much believe that the loved ones on board MH370 are very much alive, and they want them to come home. Now, yesterday, we understand that a special committee was formed, and so what they're feeling now is that they have each other to lean on, and the organizers are actually calling more family members who are in Beijing to join the committee. Yesterday, we learned that 151 members, with 5 more actually as volunteers, and they want everybody here, if possible, to join the committee, because they feel this is a united voice, one voice for one cause, and they feel in the past days that they haven't been able to rely on the Malaysian government officials, to give them information or to give them enough emotional support. So they feel right now, being with a committee, they have each other to rely on. And also yesterday, they put up a message wall just inside, this room here, that they were starting to write really touching messages. And for the very first time, they were able to write down their feelings and tell the public how they're feeling really inside. I read in Chinese and in English there, some of the messages were saying, their father, their son, their daughter, their mom, please come home united. We all are waiting for you to come home, just so that we could be able to see you, touch you, and be able to feel you and hug you once again. So very, very emotional times here for the families. Now, at the same time, we also hear that while waiting here, they have other emotional burdens, like some of the elderly parents are getting sick. That was confirmed by the Malaysian Airlines spokesperson, that some of the elderly parents were actually taken to hospital. Some of them are running out of medication. And on top of that, really, the family members here have really disrupted their normal lives in order to wait for the truth. Now, meanwhile, the committee has emphasized, while the the formation really is to provide strengthened communication and support. They emphasize that they have no legal representation and at the same time reiterated that they will not intervene or influence the decisions of the family members who decide to join, especially when it comes to compensation. Now, of course, compensation is a very touchy and sensitive topic right now. The family members have really walked through these doors literally millions of times in the last 13 days, and no one has been able to give them any concrete answer, and they are certainly expecting that today. Back to you, Mike.
Very difficult time there at the Lido Hotel. Teressa Su, live for us in Beijing. Thank you.